Hi Joe, offered you again, champ.
How are you doing anyway, Spence?
I'm not as good as you, but I'm surviving, sir. This fight here with Roy Jones, there's a lot of cynicism right now saying that you're fighting an old man. How would you actually answer that?
Well, I'm a old man as well, you know, so there's another
you
old
got no
man
grey hairs or nothing.
Well, I have
You're
a
young,
couple
man.
on my side like that, man. No, but listen, Roy Jones, I admit, like, you know, he's one of the greatest fighters of the last 20 years.
Yeah.
And I was one of them guys that wrote him off a few years ago after his defeats by Tarver and his defeats by Glenn Johnson, you know, but like all great fighters, you know, he rejuvenated his career and he's come back with 3 good wins. And I've been impressed with him. He's also tremendous hand speed, you know, and he's going to have a tremendous will to win this fight, because for him this is like redemption.
Right.
For him to come back and beat one of the best pound-for-pound fighters in the world at this stage of his career, this is what great fighters want to do. So I have to make sure that I'm 100% prepared and mentally focused for this fight, because I wouldn't forgive myself if I went and lost my last fight.
No, but you're talking about your last fight, and we'll get to that later. But with Roy Jones, don't you think, like, if you'd have fought him 5 years ago, or 6 years ago, 6 years ago in fact, when Roy Jones was the man, you know it because you used to speak so highly of him.
Yeah.
I remember just after the Bernard Hopkins fight, and like Roy kind of like gave you a shout out, and he was like, it was kind of cool because you kind of felt a little bit like the respect factor that you had for Roy Jones.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Is it like a kind of a case where, you know, in 1960, Terry Downs fought Sugar Ray Robinson, and he beat Sugar Ray Robinson, and then Terry Downs, who went on afterwards to become middleweight champion of the world, and said, I didn't beat nobody, I beat an old man that night. Do you think, like, if that was to happen now, you beat him, you'd be saying, like, well, you know, fair is fair, but it's actually an old man in there?
No, not at all. I don't think so.
Okay.
I don't think so. I think obviously the difference is that Roy Jones now is a lot better back, probably a lot better than Robinson was back then. You know, the difference is he's not, you know, he's not a washed-up fighter. You know, he got beaten twice. You know, he's 39. I'm 36. You know, like I said, you had 3 good wins, 2 good wins against young fighters, which was really good wins. Undefeated fighters, and like I said, all fair and square, Felix Trinidad is a different weight, but the ease and domination that he showed against Trinidad and the hand speed is still there. That's the thing with fighters when they get older. They say that the last thing you lose is your punching power, the first thing you lose is your speed.
Right.
But the guy has tremendous hand speed.